name is Cypher Morrison, and this is This Week in Car Audio. Tune in, tune in, tune in, tune in. This Week in Car Audio. Tune in, tune in, tune in. What we talking about, bass? I'm talking about chips, talking about rings. You ain't got them, zip your lip. You got a problem you haven't found, check your grounds. The show about to start. Tune in, 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 tune in. This Week in Car Audio. Yeah. Tune in. This Week in Car Audio.
Welcome to This Week in Car Audio with your host, the Judge, Doug Stockton, co-hosted by Mr. Jeffrey Fernandez. Hey, we're waiting for David to get in here. He's trying to figure out how to join it. Oh, there he goes.
Cool.
We're trying to connect him up right now. There we go. Now go to three-person.
Hello.
Right. Turn your phone sideways.
Sideways?
Yes, sir.
How's that?
That's so much better.
All right, let me get that light out of the way. Is that light too much? Now it ain't. What's up?
Nothing much. So Jeffrey, what did you have anything going on this weekend? You still taking a break?
Yes, I'm still in hibernation mode.
Oh, there's Jeffrey in the corner. Okay, we're good.
Yeah, you found him, huh?
Found them all. I can't see nothing else, but I just see you guys, so that's good.
Yeah. Well, sorry for everybody that we're late. I'm currently sharing on the sites, but I was caught in traffic. I didn't want to do that. I was caught in traffic and didn't quite get out in time, so.
Cali traffic, huh?
Yeah, so I was
Gotcha.
literally at 5 o'clock. I was less than 5 miles away from my house, and it took me 34 minutes to go 5 miles. So
You could have walked home faster.
probably, I definitely my speedometer was not moving. So
Been there, done that.
Yep. Me personally, I was up in Wichita this weekend. Met my neighbors and whatnot.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Nice.
Did a
How
little
was it?
work.
How was everything?
You know what? It was fine. Since I do construction for a living,
Mm-hmm.
I showed up there and I was doing my inspection, and the general contractor was like, "Oh, you see that? You see this?
Oh, no.
Yes, sir, I do."
Wait, so you were inspecting your own house?
Yes. Well,
I mean, like literally as an inspector capacity, or more of a kind of like
as
a
an owner.
curiosity?
No. As a curiosity, I was inspecting to confirm that my house was being built to the standards that I expect for the price that I'm paying him. And lo and behold, so we have a thing called a deficiency report in construction. Now, it's not a negative thing by any means. What it is just saying, hey, this stuff needs to be corrected before you move forward. And so I wrote up a deficiency report for this gentleman, and I told him, I says, hey, it's not personal. It's just these are things that I need you to correct before we move forward on the house, right? You know, like there was. Oops, hold on. Let me mute that.
Good thing it wasn't like the large beam holding up the roof or something.
As a matter of fact, it was a
no.
handful of them.
Wow.
So, yeah. So because of that, I was like, hey, dude, I just want it fixed. You know, not a big deal. Here's the list of things. Please fix them. And he's all, you know, I'm going to talk to my superintendent, this and that. He should have caught all this. Took me 1 hour to go 15 miles, Justin says. Jeffrey D gave me a test. You're always in hibernation mode. Dave Bradshaw, who made the boom checks. That was Billy E. made the boom checks. From who did we decide that was last week? It wasn't Techmaster PED. Base Mechanics. Yep. Base Mechanics. Before we get started, I'm going to say thank you to our sponsors once again. Badass Sounds by Steve, Stolman Transportation, E-Box Design and Install. If you guys appreciate the support, and if you guys like the support that we get for the podcast, please let those people know, and support them if you can. All right, yes. Brandon Montgomery, that David Hunt guy is loud.
Thanks, man.
Speaking of Mr. David Hunt, you know what? I'm going to move this up a little bit so we can see his head.
David Hunt, I don't recall seeing that name on the results page from finals.
What did it say?
It's the Duke.
Huh?
Not David Hunt.
Oh, the Duke. That's right. That's what it says.
The Duke.
The Duke.
He goes by the Duke.
That's right.
So Duke. Should we call you the Duke or David or Mr. Hunt?
Oh, why am I that?
No. What would you like us to call you? The Duke?
Oh, the Duke.
The Duke.
Yeah, the Duke.
All right, we got the Duke in here.
The Duke.
I'll adjust the podcast here in a little bit and put it all as the Duke. How's that?
There you go.
Anyway, so speaking of hibernating, this guy's probably not hibernating. The Duke, Mr. David Hunt, street stock 1K world champion. What was his scores, Jeffrey?
151.2 dB at 901 watts.
There you go. And then he got second in freestyle for what class?
For freestyle, 1K no wall.
1K no wall freestyle. Yeah. And what was your score there?
He did a 153.3, right? Oh, he went dark. And he was 0.3 shy from the first place guy.
Sam Dunn says congratulations to Duke.
Thanks, buddy. Everybody knows me as the Duke. I'm David Hunt.
Yeah.
The Duke.
So why don't you tell us about your build to start with? Let's start with, you know what? Let's start before your build. We like to go back here all the way. You know, you obviously have been part of our podcast on the in the chat section quite a bit. You know, we posted your comments here. So what was the aha moment for you and bass and stereos and whatnot? What is uncle, a dad? What made you fall in love with bass?
The Fat Boys videos, the
Fat
first rap
Boys
videos. Yes, sir. And I was hooked ever since.
Yeah.
Because, I'm old enough to remember that when I was a kid,
That's good. You're kind of dating yourself a little bit there. Fat Boys.
Yeah, it's all good.
It is. It's all good.
So what was the video?
I don't remember the video.
Was it the one they were running around as nurses? Oh.
What? I think that was their movie.
No, not the nurses.
Okay. Well, they used that also for a video. They also used it for a video.
Okay.
Back in the MTV rap days.
Yeah, it was.
Yes,
was
sir.
A while back ago.
When it first started.
Dang, cool.
So what was on the video that kind of got you? Got you into rap, right? But
I guess
then with the stereo, yeah,
the rhythm and the bass, and then I got around friends that had systems. So I was like, okay, I'm hooked.
So there wasn't like a single aha moment for you. It just developed over time.
Yeah, I tell you that. Just over time, a few years, here and there with friends, and like, okay, well, I'm gonna buy me something, and well, here we are now.
There really wasn't one. I mean, I have mine, obviously, but you didn't have. I mean, it's just weird to me that somebody didn't have like a boom and that hit, and you go, damn, I need me some of that. Kind of like your wife.
What? Yeah, I had to have that.
Yeah.
I guess I always knew there was competition. I bought a little $40 radio or a battery, put it in my car, and it made me, get a little bit louder. I said, okay, there's my aha moment for you.
Okay. Yeah. I remember when I was developing into, I had my aha moment, and then I'm starting to put together systems, and I was learning about batteries, and I went to Kragen, and I bought the 1100 CCA battery. My car only came with a 540 CCA battery. Put the 1100 in, I was like, dude, that magically made my sound louder.
Yep.
This is cool. And then from that point on, I was always trying to figure a way to be louder and louder. For me personally, I figured I would never be loud enough until I got to a point where I didn't need to wash my car anymore, because it was loud enough it would shake the dust off it.
Take the dust off.
That's right. Never got that loud though. So
I'm not that loud.
Oh, here we go. So Tristan, one of the longtime from Bridgetown, Barbados, a longtime listener, says, Duke, did you use Radio Shack subs? Because you are that old.
He said kicker.
So your first setup was kick. What was your first setup? Let's tell everybody about your first setup then.
JBL, I believe.
What was it?
JBL, I believe.
JBL subs, amps, everything?
Yeah, everything.
Didn't buy it at the flea market then if it was JBL.
I don't know what it was. I know it was JBL. Look, you want me to go back 40 years. Shh.
That was a minute ago for some people.
Yes, sir.
All right. And then so from there, when did you start competing?
2016 was my first full season in Mecca, and dabbled a little bit in DB drags.
Okay. And how did you do that first season?
Come in second in Street 2.
In Mecca?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And so what are the requirements for Mecca? I'm not a Mecca guy, so I don't know the requirements for Street 2. What are the requirements for Street 2?
2,000 watts on the headrest.
At the sensor at
20
the headrest.
inches, 20 inches from the windshield.
Okay.
And we just finished up our finals yesterday.
Oh, how'd you do? Is that a first place? It's pretty small on our screens.
World champ, baby. World champ.
World champ again.
Dang.
Multi-time world champ.
Yes, sir.
So
got 2 in Mecca and 1 DB drag. So.
Very cool. So your first year was 2016. You started competing. You got second place. Is this the first year you've won, or what was the first year you won?
2021, I won a music class in Mecca.
Okay. Is it once again, I'm not a Mecca guy. So how does the music class judged, and what is the requirements for the class?
I think my class was 6,000 watts.
Okay.
And the mic is 6 foot from the car.
Oh, so like a loud and pound, or right?
Park and pound.
Park and pound. Yeah. There you go. Park and pound.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so that's music? So no test tones? Oh, okay.
No test tones.
Fun fact, it used to be called drive-by.
Yes.
I don't know if you remember that. Yeah.
That was before my time.
Okay.
I'm wondering why they changed the name.
So my understanding is they, with the drive-by, you literally used to drive by, but due to insurance, like the meter would stay, and you have to be this distance from it, and you drive by it, and it picked up your loudest note.
Oh, literally.
Yeah.
Drive by. Okay.
But due to insurance and crowds and whatnot, it wasn't feasible to continue with the drive-by, so then they turned it to park and pound. So that was my understanding. I don't know how good that is at it, or how great of a definition that is. Mm-hmm. So you won 2021, and then again, anytime soon after that? Did you go 22 also?
Sunday.
Oh, so 2021
Sunday.
And then 2024.
Yes,
so
sir.
you had a 3-year lag. What'd you do in that 3 years?
1 year I took off.
Okay.
My light keeps going off. 1 year I took off. 22 I took off, and then 23 is when I got back into my first year. Now 2022 I left Mecca alone and joined DB Drags.
Okay.
And I come in second that year.
But apparently you haven't left Mecca alone completely.
No, I only do like 2 or 3 shows a year just to get my points because it's
Okay.
only 45 points.
There we
So
go.
there's no need to go to all of them. But I really enjoy DB Drag. So
Okay, so
there's
for
that.
you, yeah, so for you, I got Stefan, Ain't Loud, Thibodeau, Thibodeau.
Mm. Thibodeau.
I'm guessing it's a French name. uh, anyway, so yo, so like I said, we don't discount. I mean, you've obviously seen us. We don't discount other organizations, but what draws you to DB Drag versus Mecca, or Mecca versus DB Drag, or whatever has a stronger drag for you?
The elimination rounds. That's what I really like.
Okay, the head-to-head portion of it.
Yes, sir. Head to head.
Steven says definitely French. Thibodeau.
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 Yeah. So definitely French, he says.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it's the head-to-head, where you're going up against your competitor, and anything can happen in a one-round head-to-head, right?
Yes, sir.
So, we've had Gary Killian on here talking about how he beat Craig Butler in a head-to-head, and he's not even close to as loud as Craig Butler, right? So,
exactly. I think that's what a lot of people like about the head-to-head.
Yeah.
Is where, like you said, anything could happen. Your competitor or your opponent there can blow a fuse. All you got to do is put up a number and then bam.
Mm-hmm.
But you never know.
And especially the multi-venues when we're going against other people, against you guys in Texas and Canada. That's just so cool.
So that's kind of where I was going to go next. So what are your thoughts on the multi-venue? Pluses, minuses, if you have any?
Oh, I enjoy it.
Okay.
So there's a big plus.
Uh-huh. My daughter popping in. What's up, Dougie Fresh? She actually became friends with our neighbors more than we did while we were in Wichita. So, but anyway, so what would be a big plus for you on the multi-venue?
To be able to see when the other guys run and what their score is. That would be a lot, but I think that's a lot to keep a track of, though.
Yeah, so it's the aspect of the head-to-head. So you're actually going against somebody head-to-head real time, even though they're not sitting right next to you.
Exactly.
Okay. Are there any minuses of the multi-venues?
Not off the top of my head I can think of anything.
That's awesome. We're not opposed to minuses, right? Because we want to improve the product as much as we possibly can.
Yes.
So
improve.
Yeah, so anything we can improve on, we will absolutely try. Wayne worked a lot on getting the timing right and programming, so we're always trying to improve. My daughter says, yeah, she likes them so much she's going to go hang out with them this weekend. My neighbors.
That sounds cool.
But all right, and then so why don't you tell us? Let's roll into this year. So when did you start competing for this year? What was your first event of the year?
Oh man, 4X with Chris and Gregory and Pop Tart.
A 4X weekend.
Yes, sir.
So 2X's, back to back
yes,
type
sir.
thing. Okay.
Back to back.
All right. And where was that at? That was at the smoke shop.
No, it was up in Kentucky somewhere.
Oh, up in Kentucky.
Back in Kentucky.
Yep. James Earl Edward Keel popping in here. Says, what's up, guys? All right. And then, so how many, was there an event? Did you end up with the world record this year?
I did in freestyle for a while until Daniel New took it from me, his last show before World Finals.
Okay. But you didn't have one for the street stock class?
No, those guys over in
over in
over
Greece?
yonder did 52s.
Yep.
So yeah, they did a 52. So I know I wouldn't have got one for that.
But you weren't that far off. You did a 151.2, right?
Yes, sir. That's not all we had.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I didn't want to beat the California kid there too bad.
That's right, because the final round, it was you and Florida Base Manny from
Florida Base
California.
Manny.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But you know what? I think you share the similar thought amongst a lot of competitors is, why go all out? Why put it all out there all the way? Just, enough to beat your opponent, right?
Now Sunday was a different story. We put up a
Ah,
big number and made him chase it, and he broke out. So,
that's a different strategy doing it that
different
way, huh?
strategy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, was that the class that the guy broke out on?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Street
Okay.
two.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So when you say breakout, you mean breakout in power?
Power,
Is it
yes.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
He went over, and
Ah, man.
So
But
I
sometimes
didn't
though,
even watch his run. I was actually
uh,
watching Sam Dunn run, and I looked around his truck and I seen the red screen. I said, "Oh, are you kidding me? Did I just win?" I
and
went up and I talked to him a little bit. I know he was upset. I just said, "Sorry that you broke out." And
yeah.
Mhm.
you know,
So, but this was your first DB drag championship, right?
yes, sir.
All right. So did you check out the rings you're getting?
I did, and mine will say the Duke.
The Duke.
Oh,
And not
nice.
only that, but it's going to have Crossfire, Jeffrey's place of business there right on the side of that thing.
Outstanding.
So
I
that
Sponsor.
got my right here. I got the trophy right here. So
There
pretty
you
good.
go.
so
That's
that brings up
nice.
our question from Barbados. Tristan asks, so Duke, how many subs and amplifiers are you running, and what brand are
Ah.
they?
Good question.
So tell us about your system, your complete system, the vehicle, all
Uh,
that.
I ran a 12K Sundown or Sound
Okay.
Digital,
Oh,
and I have two 18 V3s in the truck.
So you have I'm sorry. So say again, you have Sound Digital subs.
Amp.
Oh, amp.
amplifier, 12K.
And the V3s. What are V3s? Sundown?
Sundown.
Okay.
Oh,
Yes,
are
sir.
they the Neos, the compact?
Compact Neos.
All right.
Man, that's a good setup.
The big boys. Next year, I'm throwing a 20K in it because we're going to the
Whoa.
5K class. I'm done with the low power.
Well, you are done, right? Because DB Drag requires you to move on if
Yeah.
you win the street stock class, right? You have to move up a
Mhm.
class minimum.
I'm good with that.
My daughter says, "Where is David Hunt from? I'm detecting an accent."
Born in Kentucky, live in Tennessee.
So you pick either one of those.
Yeah, either one of them. Kentucky. There we go.
Kentucky. Tristan out of Bridgetown's talking about it's a nice. They are Sound Digital dealers also, so they're doing really good things with Sound Digital out where he's at on the islands. That's cool. So why don't you tell us about your run then? Where you were doing it, and kind of your plan going into the event and how it developed and whatnot for you for World Finals.
Well, the plan was that we had both of the guys beat.
Okay.
Coming into it.
Kind of good little, shot from the back from Canada, but it's all good.
Uh-huh.
And we went into, I knew we had Manny beat.
Right.
Just went in there and I did the 51-1 Saturday, and then I wanted to beat that score, so I did 51-2. And me and Matt and Chris and Paul, and we all jumped on this car, and Sean and Ulrich, and got it to where it was, and we could have probably almost 52 if I pushed it, but we didn't want to push it.
Yep. Equipment's not free, right? So.
Yeah.
Which that's awesome. Did you have any troubles like with your setup and ended up having to wire stuff at the show or?
No, not till Sunday yes night, and then we blew the 12K.
Oh, you blew the 12K Sunday during
Yeah,
your freestyle run or?
Mecca kicks.
His Mecca run.
Oh, your Mecca run.
Mecca run. So they have a kick class too. It's XST1 4,000 watts.
Okay.
So it's the 2025 season. So I'm gonna go out there and get my point.
Yeah.
Well, we all forgot. They
Uh-oh.
all know who they are. Pointing right at y'all. I know you're watching. We were wired really low.
Okay.
So when I put 3,600 watts to that 12K, and then it didn't like it.
It did not like it at all, huh?
But I still did a 57.6 in the kick with 3,600 watts.
Dang. And your max was 4,000, you said?
Yep.
Okay, so you still had a little juice in the engine, huh?
Mhm.
Yeah, I could have did 58 if amp would have held up, but
Hmm.
we're going to next year.
Wow. How low did you run the amp? Like half?
I
Quarter?
can't say.
He'd rather not say.
Dead ground.
Exactly.
Look, got a little dirty. We
Darren.
were only doing 1,400. We was only using 1,400 watts, so it really doesn't matter because in Mecca you have to deduct home area.
Okay.
Okay.
Darren. Where's Darren? What island is he on?
Trinidad.
Trinidad. That's right. So Darren from Trinidad, he's out here. Says that's a good score.
Thank you.
He ain't wrong.
Nope.
Was there anybody you were worried about going into finals that might sneak up on you?
Which finals?
This year's World Finals. For DB
For
Drag.
drags?
Yeah, Super Street class.
Street
Or
Stock?
Street
No.
Stock. Sorry,
Okay.
Street Stock. SS. That's what I was saying. Nope.
Based
Nobody you
on
were worried
everybody's
about, huh?
scores. Now we had them both beat based on their scores, but he
Ah.
kind of threw a sucker punch on me in Canada. So it's all good.
Yeah, Canada. That's Daniel New, right? You
Daniel
said
knew.
that-
Daniel
Yes,
knew.
sir.
Yeah, you said that he took the world record like the last week before finals. So
In
did
the
he
stock
go to
class.
finals?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he went to finals and beat me by 3/10.
Oh, okay.
For freestyle.
For
Yes, sir.
freestyle.
Freestyle.
Yeah.
Oh, and he didn't do the DB drag format?
Not that.
Oh, okay.
I think he did another class.
Ah,
He didn't do Street Stock 1K.
Okay.
Yep. No, that's cool. So, so the other question we ask a lot of people is there a show that you look forward to every year, or do you have like a show that's your most memorable that you've ever been to, and kind of always remember that show for something? And it doesn't have to be something from the show, like. Some people, I mean, Jeffrey can tell you, some of the after parties and running around the hotels at World Finals has its own thing, So,
On Little World, right there.
yeah. So, do you
Memories.
have any show that's like just sticks out in your mind and is like, man, that was a great show?
2021 season was absolutely my best.
Okay.
And at one show, this is Mecca.
Uh-huh.
And one show, I got best of show, and
Ah.
that trophy will never leave. It'll always stay here.
All right. What was best of show for Mecca? What were the requirements, or was it just voted on by the judges, or how would it best of show come
It's
up?
loudest SBL plus loudest kick store, or sorry.
Okay.
Loudest headrest plus loudest music. So that's what I had.
Oh, okay. So that's a
Those
pretty impressive
combined.
road. Yeah.
Yeah, combined.
Yeah.
I won a ton of trophies in 2021. So I would say that year was absolutely my favorite besides, championship.
Mhm.
Joel Yabamit says Mecca has Bobos. What's that?
Yeah, best of.
Best ofs.
You
Oh,
gotta do
okay.
every class and be the best of every class.
Okay.
Every class.
Best
That's
of best.
tough. I mean,
of
how many
show.
formats do they have? Do you know offhand? Or how many
Nah.
how many formats do you do in Mecca?
I normally just do 2. I only did 1 this year.
Ah, okay. But
Because
there's
we were focused more on drags.
okay.
And I did 2 in drags. And
Okay. Were so you already said you're going to move up to 5K, right?
Yes, sir.
What
Oh.
vehicle is this in?
The 04 Explorer.
An
Oh,
Exploder?
You're gonna stick it out with the Explorer?
Oh, he ain't going nowhere. He's gonna be stripped out and deadened and better for next year.
Nice, but it's a newer Explorer. It's not like the
Oh,
older
04.
Explorers that a lot of the.
He's 20 years old.
Well, it's not like a
Compared to
Bronco
Jeff.
2 or nothing. You know?
Ah, okay. I was comparing it to say like a Sam Dunn's Explorer, or his is a little bit of older model that
Yeah,
looks distinctly
90s.
different than what you have.
Yeah, he has the second gen. I have the
Ah,
third
okay.
gen.
So
Okay.
what one did Jacob Fincher have?
Shoot, I don't even recall.
I mean, it was very similar to like an S10 Blazer. Is that what you have?
That'd be the first gen.
Ah,
Oh, okay.
Where's my camera? Yeah, there's first gen over here.
So, okay. So, yeah, his looked like a S10 Blazer kind of. And
Yeah.
he got that pretty damn loud. So, I know you can get those exploders pretty loud.
Yeah.
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 And I'm trying to get the newer one, the 04 as loud as the Sam's,
Yeah.
but that's gonna take a lot of work to get as loud as Sam.
Okay.
We're gonna try.
So who's your goal, or who you going after in the 5K class?
I don't know. I've never been a big class, so I don't know anything about it or anybody in those classes. I think I've got the SPL now. I won a freestyle championship, so I think I'm going to just focus on a class in freestyle. I don't know which one yet.
Okay.
Ah, okay.
Do you have a show that you're want to attend that you might be thinking of throwing the car on a trailer, or do you drive? Is it your daily driver?
No,
Or
I
trailer?
drive it. I drive it just to shows.
Okay. Is there a show that there used to be Steel City, Spring Break Nationals, Texas Heat Wave. Those were all
Slam.
shows. Slam.
Yeah, I've been to Slam a couple years.
Yeah. Is there any shows that you want to attend that you haven't attended?
I haven't thought about it.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
So
I always go pretty much the same shows.
Okay, so you're pretty content in your area. You have your group and whatnot. So you hang out
Yes,
with
sir.
those Tennessee base racers and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's silly.
Trying to teach him a thing or two about SPL.
I know they're not Tennessee SPL guys.
Well, I know we don't get counted in the Tennessee base racers. It should be Tennessee base racers and DB draggers, but that doesn't work. Right, so.
So since you do that, so does that mean now you do base race and top dog too?
No.
No. It's a different animal, right?
One burp at a time.
Ah, there you go.
There you go. Yeah. So, but I mean, those guys have to be pressuring you pretty hard to try some base race and top dog, don't they? When you go to their shows.
Not really. They know I'm not interested. I mean, I think I will,
Uh-huh.
but I don't think it'll be next year.
Okay. I mean, we've mentioned a lot of times that we personally believe that that's the most fun you're going to have in a stereo competition.
Oh yeah, I love watching them.
Yeah. So.
And I'm great with all the guys, and we're all we all know each other.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say once you do it, you might dump the SPL build.
I might.
You're burping
Be less
151s right
money.
now. You could probably easily do the 39s class, or
Yeah, for
maybe
fun.
the 49s. Yeah, for fun.
49.
And not even really hurt anything.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
Give it a shot.
give it a
Be a
shot.
lot less money.
Yeah,
Well,
that is true.
not necessarily, right?
I don't know.
Because like if you want to do a 49 class, it's not any less money.
Oh, I can't beat Matt Hollering.
Oh yeah. That's right. So you got Matt in the 40s, and then you got Chris
Chris,
Caudell in the 20s, and then
yeah,
David McKay in the
McKay in
30s.
the 30s.
Oh
So,
man.
So good
I
luck.
sure. Yeah, good luck.
yeah, I know, right?
Try some 50s, I guess.
Ooh, something.
Yeah. No, that's good. Like I said, I know you enjoy it.
Mhm.
So is there anybody currently or that you go around that like inspires you to want to be better or do more in the car audio stuff right now?
Oh yeah, I got Chris Cordell,
Mm-hmm.
Paul Hume, Matt Holler, and Sean
Oh,
Mayo,
yeah.
Ulrich. Them guys have really got me to where I am. I wouldn't have won without them guys pushing me and helping me, and especially Matt. He, like you said a couple podcasts ago, he built my boxes. He built it, cut it, built it, cut it, built it. He built it 3 times to
Wow.
get it down to where it was. And yeah, he really worked on my truck this year.
Oh. So what's your role in your build? Designer, installer, stay out of everybody's way. Uh,
Yeah, listen and
listen.
slow roll.
Slow roll. There was a term back in the day when I was competing. This was back before, you were able to like roll it in and stuff like that. People were calling other people button pushers because they would just hit the unpause button, burp it, and then, hit it again. But now we got the rollers and right, stuff like that. So that's funny you say that.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, that when I did my final round Sunday, that was the slowest I've ever rode. In 8 years, I rode that so slow. When I hit that 53, I turned it off real quick.
Wow. That impedance must have been low to slow roller like that.
47. Truck likes 47.
so what do you do for battery power then in the vehicle?
I have excess power up front, excess power tightenate in the back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hence the name Excess Power Duke, right? The Duke.
Ta-da!
Have you met Scotty Johnson?
Do what?
Have you met Scotty Johnson?
I have
The
not.
the guy behind Excess Power. Well, I think in if you talk about the front lines, it would be Sean Mayo was
Tom
is the
Mayo,
guy.
yeah.
Yeah, is the guy who kind of handles that. But yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He gave me a lot of guidance too.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they obviously want their products to succeed and propel you and help you, right? Because then overall that makes their product more sellable, right? The guy that runs the world championship cars running our stuff, and they aren't dumb people by any means, right? They know their products and how to run their batteries and how to wire them and set them up for maximum success for
Yeah.
your vehicle. So that's always good. So where's your from here you're going to 5K. Are you changing classes in freestyle and also over in Mecca, or are you gonna kind of still roll with those classes?
Yeah, I'm going to emotional like kids. I'm out in my shed if y'all can't tell. Where it's quiet. I'm going to probably Street 4, which is 7,500 watt class.
Okay,
So I'm gonna step way up.
so that's
Yeah.
4 woofers, 7,500 watts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or two, no, it'd be two, still the 218s.
Oh, it's something with power
area,
and cone area combined, right? Is that what Mecca
Well, they
is?
218s is 509 cone area minus your 7,500 watts. So
Okay.
I'll have like what 69, 90 to play with,
Okay.
Interesting.
and the 4K kit class I'll be in this year.
Oh, for the that's Mecca, the kick class,
Yes,
4K.
sir. Okay.
And what about DB Drag? You gonna stay in the freestyle 1K or?
I thought about it. Might get a little revenge on Daniel.
That would be
But I
cool.
heard Sam Dunn's going to drop down in that class, so I'll probably go to a different class.
What, afraid of Sam Dunn?
Oh, nah. I don't like going against people that,
Ah,
I
the
don't like being in the
homies.
same class as a good friend
Right.
Yeah.
or teammate.
Teammates.
It's just how I am. Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
so you're part of XS. Is there like a team XS in your area that's fairly large, or?
Oh yeah. All the base racers,
Uh-huh.
a lot of the Kentucky competitors. Sean's only an hour and 15 minutes away from me. So,
Yeah, we've
and
been trying to get Scott Owens on here for 4 years.
Scotty Johnson?
Or Scotty Johnson, sorry. We had Scott
Johnson.
Owens. Yeah. He keeps telling me, "Hey dude, I'm gonna get to it. I'm just not ready right now." Or I'm here and I don't get a chance to it.
We should do a remote podcast and go to him.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Fly out to him.
Exactly.
Matt R's asking SQ Sounds, where are you located? He's in Bridgetown, Barbados. Little island way east of the United States, out in the Caribbean, just above Brazil. I believe it's the furthest east of the Caribbean islands. Oh, here you go. Matt tagged Scotty on this. Come on, Scotty Johnson. So, yeah. Hey, tag him all you want. We invite him, and, he's busy. We try to give him warning, and he just, stuff doesn't work out. He is a busy man. He was setting up stuff, or, we tried getting him on when he bought, which company did he buy?
There's so many of them.
I know.
I think Sundown was one of
Oh,
them.
Sundown. So we tried to get him on when he bought Sundown. We tried to get him on when he bought the new place in Vegas. The new facility in Vegas.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you speaking of Vegas, I'm pretty sure he'll be at SEMA in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, Sean will be at SEMA too.
Oh.
Okay.
If I'm correct on that.
We'll just have to do a
Lucky
Russian.
dog.
Tiffany says, Doug, island facts on point.
Ah, nice.
So I did get those facts right. I've talked to them quite a bit, Tristan and Tiffany, and this. I like to learn about other places. So anyway, so that's where. So I always listen. Barbados, maybe north of Venezuela. I don't
Where's that?
know.
I suppose.
I think
Over there
Venezuela's. I think Venezuela's east or west of them, but I'm not 100% sure. It's in that general area. Scotty took over Sundown. Where's Jacob? He didn't take over Sundown. He purchased it, and Jacob is still there, and I believe, didn't Scotty come out and say something about now that frees Jacob up to do mad scientist stuff? So now he can let his mind fly and build some just crazy stuff. Tristan says, I know where he's at. Now it's time for Jeffrey and I to come over there to Barbados. What happened? I thought Barbados was going to fly us in there to go help you guys out. It'd be cool, but we ain't doing it during the summer. That's all I'm saying.
Why? Is it really, really hot out there?
Oh, good Lord. No, humidity. Just an ungodly amount of humidity. It's nasty. I went there. I went just north of there in June. I went to St. Kitts and St. Thomas and all that in that area. And, oh, man, it was just so miserable in June. It's just humidity, just insane.
Yeah. Well, speaking of far out places, Duke, how far what's the furthest you traveled for a show?
Yeah.
3.5
3.5 hours.
hours. Yeah, that was World Finals.
Oh, come on.
I know.
Yeah.
We need to get you like on a road trip and represent. Maybe
No,
you
I
could
have not yet.
you could hit a West Coast show.
Oh no, I've been to Slamology a couple times. So
Yeah.
that's,
Well,
that's the farthest I've been to Slam.
I think Slam's coming down to you guys this year.
Oh, is
I
it?
think it's yeah. I think
Yeah,
they
it's
have
not
a new
in
location.
Indianapolis.
Yeah, I believe it's Kentucky. Don't,
Oh, I heard
quote me
something.
on that, but
Something with the raceway. They have something, an event or
Right.
something. It didn't work out
Yeah.
this year.
And they
Yeah,
couldn't
yeah.
do it.
yeah. So man, you'll have Slam in your backyard. So
Yeah, bring it.
Tiffany says it's way too hot for us guys. And then Tristan
yeah.
says a few rums would cool you down. Don't worry.
I think that'll heat me up more.
Eric Hansen says you need to go to Autorama.
No.
Yes, yeah.
Matt R says 3.5 hours is the closest show to him.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say, for some people, that's their travel, to their closest.
So
show.
Jeffrey, how long was your first World Finals? How long did it take you to get there?
Oh man, it was like well over 20 plus hours driving straight. Well, there was 3 of us, so we kind of rotated. But yeah, wow,
Where was
a
that?
long haul. I was in California at the time, Southern California, and finals that year was in Nashville, Tennessee. So
Oh, you talk about the hotel where it was in the bottom?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, my fondest memories.
Yeah.
From that location,
And
but-
yeah, that's right. And you watch out for the aliens up in the hotel room because they
Oh,
were
wow.
everywhere.
Fusion, right? Was
Yeah,
it
fusion audio, aliens everywhere. But yeah, so I mean so your 3.5 hours to go to World Finals is literally in your
Well-
backyard almost for us.
I'll say this
With
the shows and how much work Chris Gregory puts into this.
Mhm.
So we don't have to travel too far in Tennessee and Kentucky and Northern Alabama. We're right
Oh,
here
yeah.
for our shows.
Yeah.
You know,
and for other
without
people,
him,
yeah, go ahead.
without him, we wouldn't have any shows close to us.
And so that's what we try to explain to people. Those opportunities are there for anybody to do that, right? He has a true passion for the stereo community, right? The car audio community, and bringing it to you guys and showing the passion and the fun and all that other stuff, that comes with this community. And I mean, I'm sure you've made lifelong friends through car audio.
Oh yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And we've mentioned many times on here, some people you probably never would have ever talked to in your life. Their world and your worlds would never ever combine for any other reason but car audio.
But car audio. I've got some people that I just see at Mecca World Finals once a year, and
Yeah.
it's just like we've seen each other all year, when the finals comes around. So it's great.
Yeah, and so that's really cool. I mean, that's part of what has kept me in car audio for as long as it has.
Mhm.
I've been judging since 2001, so 24 years roughly.
Mhm.
Been competing since 98 or 99. So, I enjoyed it. I built my group of friends. I mean, I still talk to most of them, right? They have left car audio 15, 18 years ago.
Still
So,
talk to a couple.
yep. So if you want to, talk about the, I got distracted here. Someone asked me, hold on a quick. Matt R asked, when is Andrew McCain or Nathan or Chris Munson coming on here? If you look back, we've had all of those people on here. I think Nathan we've had on here twice or 3 times. We've had Chris on here once, and Andrew
that's right.
probably 3 times. So, car audio creates worldwide families. From Tristan. in Barbados, which is true. Darren says true, but the sunburn is still real. Whatever. Oh, there was something I missed earlier on, I'm sure. But I mean, do you ever, like you said, you never even thought about traveling anywhere to a show, huh? Like Autorama
No,
or what's the other one? Surf City or something like that?
I'd have to ask the wife first.
You'd have to have what?
You have to
Ask the wife
Oh,
first. Yeah.
here.
Well,
Want me to ask her for you?
Yeah. Hey, come here. She's
I
watching,
mean,
probably watching. Hi,
let's
honey.
just let's just say World Finals goes back to one location. It's going to be in the middle of the country. I think what they said,
Kentucky.
Lebanon
Yeah.
is. Oh, well, they can't say that's where he
That's
lives.
right where he lives. Yeah.
What about like say Oklahoma? Would you go to finals if it was in Oklahoma and the only location?
Rent a truck and a trailer. I'm
Mhm.
there.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
So you'll go when you're needed. You'll go where you're needed.
I get my points.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, so that's one of the attractive things about that I do with Autorama, right? It's a 5X weekend. So it's a 2X on Saturday, 3X on Sunday. So points, they come, right?
That'd be absolutely had to be a week off for me to drive out there. And
Yep.
come back out.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Matt R wants to know World Finals in Wichita, maybe?
That'd be something.
I would
kind
love
of
to
in the
see
middle.
that part of the United States. I would love to see that area.
Which part?
Just think, the Wichita and the Wyoming, Oklahoma, and all that. I've never been, so that would be a thing that would draw me to go there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Culture shock.
So Wyoming, I could tell you exactly all about Wyoming. Imagine nothingness for many, many, many miles is Wyoming.
Yeah, my wife has family that lives in Wyoming. We were supposed to go there for Thanksgiving, but we're going to go there next year. So I'll get to visit in the snow and snowmobile riding and all that good stuff. So it'll be fun.
So where at in Wyoming?
I cannot recall.
Okay.
I know we have to fly to Denver, and then it's 4 hours from there. So
Okay, so
driving?
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to tell you right now. So when you go from Denver to Wichita, there's a dirt road.
Whoa.
But it's on your maps. The thing is, though, is that dirt road cuts off like 90 miles off your trip.
yeah, I'm gonna have to take that
Shortcut.
That's what I'm saying.
shortcut, baby.
So I've driven that before, so I know that one. I started driving on it, and I'm like, my GPS is really screwing with me now. Because it was a dirt road. Now, it was a well-maintained dirt road, but still, it was a dirt road with nothing on it. And I was like, dude, something goes down, it's going to go down. But Thomas O'Brien and Marissa O'Brien, they live out there in Wyoming.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
And that's the reason I went that route, because I met with my daughter. I flew into St. Louis, drove to Kansas, hung out with my daughter for an afternoon, and then drove from there back to California. I could have went the southern route through Arizona, went and saw McCain, right, through New Mexico and that way. Or I could have went up and seen Thomas O'Brien and Marissa. And at that point, they just moved their shop. So I was like, hey, you know what? It'd be cool to come and check out their new shop. Since, in case you didn't know, Thomas O'Brien was the first person ever to do an online stereo competition. It was him versus...
Oh, you mean a multi-venue?
Yeah, multi-venue.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I remember that.
So
it was base race, too, yeah.
Yep, it was base race. It was him against Mac. Was it Matt or Mac? Steve Mick.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah,
So it was Steve Mick up in Illinois, or I don't know if he was in Ohio at the time. But it was Steve Mick versus Thomas O'Brien, and that was our test to see how well this thing works. So
How'd it go?
I believe Thomas won, didn't he?
Oh,
I don't honestly I don't remember because
I
that
do
was
remember the build up.
yeah. So we had a
We'd have
big
to
we
look
made
it
a
up.
big old flyer
Yeah.
like an old boxing flyer. Had the two of them stand next to their cars,
And it had a light tree,
and it had a light tree
in
in
the
the
middle,
middle.
I think it was. Yeah.
Yep. Oh, here's my other
Yeah,
daughter
electric
popping
is
in.
cool.
Says good evening, my daughter Kelsey. So, but yeah, no, like, oh, so have you even seen the light tree yet or no? Well, I guess the World Finals had one, right? In,
Yeah, I seen the light tree.
okay.
It didn't this time. I think it was just the 25th anniversary at the
Yeah.
Yep.
had
Oh,
the
at
light
Owensboro,
trees.
right.
Okay.
I
Yep.
think was it Wayne is the only person who's got that, because I think from what he was telling me, uh, getting it built and all the, I guess it's a different way than how it used to be with
Yep.
the incandescent bulbs. So now
Yep.
it's all LEDs
Yep.
and
The
yeah.
one Sam Horn has, that
Right.
works with the new system because
Oh,
he
okay.
built an LED one. So, yeah. Let's see, what did Joel say? Me and Jonathan, blah blah blah, blah, having plans to go there at Trinidad.
Oh, cool.
So
Represent.
yeah. So everybody, I mean, he's a world traveler though. Joel,
Oh, yeah.
he's actually. Oh, that's where I was going earlier. Was hey, you guys complain about shows not close or that there's nothing happening in your area. You can always run your own event, right? And if you run your own event, there's people like Jeffrey and myself that will help you through the difficult parts, or if you need information, we will be able to help you do that. So there's no excuse to not have events around you, and especially if you got a passion for it, and a passion for bringing people along. It is, I mean, look at the community that what's his name had brought up, right? The Tennessee base race community is just that's such a great community.
Chris Gregory.
Yeah, Chris.
Yeah. Shout out Chris.
And that came from him just wanting to have shows closer to him and building the community. And I mean, obviously he's done a phenomenal job with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I
So-
think we send 20, 25 competitors to World Finals.
I think he
every
said 23,
Wow.
right? I think it was
Yeah.
23.
between 20 and 25
Yeah.
every year. So
So, I mean, and anybody can do that. Jeffrey just started in Southern California because he had a passion for car audio, right? And then moved
Yeah.
into Texas. So, anybody can do it. So I just want to encourage other people to do it. And we're here to help. We'll help you do the judging stuff that you need.
Yeah.
You can ask Tristan and Tiffany. They'll call me and try and bounce ideas off of me, and I'll tell them what works, and what works in my area might not work in your area. So,
Or if you have money burning in your pockets and
That's
wanna
right.
fly us out, well, we could definitely come out and you got your term lab and stuff. We just show up and
yep.
that
yeah,
way
I've got a great place out here. I can do base race, but I couldn't do SBL out here though. I'm in the country, but I still got neighbors, and base race is good.
Eric
Yeah.
Hansen
Somebody
says
come out and
he doesn't have any events right now.
Eric,
Yeah.
there was like 2 DB drag events this past weekend.
Oh,
I mean,
were there?
granted, it was in South Texas, but I mean, there's kind of, there's events.
All right, Jeffrey, we're rolling up we're actually right at the hour.
Oh, yeah.
So,
okay.
with that being said, why don't you ask him the question? He already
The
knows
question.
it.
Yeah, he's
What is
watched
a
the
base
show.
head?
He knows the question, but basically, our listeners, our viewers, want to know what is the Duke's definition of a bass head.
man, somebody just loves the music, the atmosphere. Getting out and enjoying it and letting other people in the next lanes enjoy it too. I
Yep.
think, and wants to help with somebody new into it,
Mm-hmm.
give them their knowledge.
Okay. I don't
Yeah.
think we've had that as a response before. I mean, because they a handful of the responses, there's a reason we all do this, and that tends to be a lot of people's definition of base head. It's the community thing and
Mm-hmm.
somebody who just loves the stuff we do. And
Music.
obviously, I'm sure so have you watched the Dinosaur Jr. video that Jeffrey was in? Yeah.
I have not. I'm gonna have to look
You
for
didn't.
it.
You
Yeah.
honestly haven't watched it?
I might have to link it.
No.
You might have to link it again, Jeffrey.
It's like the quintessential example of a bass head
Yep.
in all of its stages. It was about
All right.
a guy that was messing around with bass and went out to an actual event, got his car hooked up, and then was hooked. And what he, I guess, where it takes him is what he enjoys the most. And you'll see in the video where it takes him, and you'll know why.
Yep.
All right.
He does bass therapy with it, right?
Yes, bass therapy.
Yeah. That's the best definition of what he does.
Mm-hmm.
But all right. So any shout outs, people you like to thank, sponsors, whatever you got?
Well, let's take the champs. They know who they are.
Who is it? The Champs?
Just gonna leave it at that.
All
But
right.
yeah, I just want to thank everybody that's helped me and pushed me and guided me and kept me going this whole year to end up being a 2-time world champion this year. It means a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So not even your wife, huh? I'm just saying.
Well,
She's
she don't go
watching.
to shows. Well,
She may not go to
she
shows.
lets me do this.
That's
She
right.
lets me do this and doesn't complain about it. So.
Because there's
I
a
want-
lot of things you could be doing at your house instead of that, right?
Yeah.
So I wonder if we're included on that list, Doug, because do you recall a lot of the late night messaging from the Duke here, asking us questions about
I may have a few.
rules?
I may have a few texts in my inbox from him.
So I think we're included on that list.
You have all of you guys.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
I
And
mean-
all the judges.
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
I mean,
yeah.
you can attest, right? I don't know the other
Oh, did he
organizations.
freeze?
Huh?
Hey,
No,
Fro.
he's good.
Oh.
Am I froze? No.
You're,
Yeah,
you're
you're
cutting in and
freezing.
out.
Oh, I am. Bummer. But I
Now
guarantee.
you're good.
Okay.
You good?
I guarantee, on the DB Drag Show side, the Duke can definitely attest. The judges are try to be as helpful as they can and try and
Oh, especially
respect
World
and answer.
Finals.
Yeah, and try and respect and give you answers and whatnot. We are, as a group, we're pretty good about that, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
And
where
you
you
know,
need to fix this, and
Yes.
then they give you, and they
Yes.
still let you run. And
Yeah.
then, well, I fixed this from last year that we talked about, and they're good. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
And what were you gonna say, Jeffrey?
Oh no, that was it. Just
Oh.
it's good to be included because along the way, I recall there's a couple of messages on my messenger and was asking about stuff, and then like maybe 2 seconds later he says, "Oh no, I got it now," or "Our
I
thing
got
on
it
now."
now. I figured it out.
So I'm like, all right, okay, that's cool. But I mean, it kind of speaks to how open like a lot of the judges are. We're not out there to say, no, you can't do that. No, you can't do that. It's like, okay, let's talk about what your plans are and let's see if we could help. I don't want to be that guy to kind of disqualify or not even to really use that word, but just to, stop someone from doing what they enjoy. So, it's I would rather work together to come up with a solution.
Yep.
That's the way it should be.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think.
And on top of that, we keep that in confidentiality, right? So if you
Yeah.
send me pictures or whatever and say, "Hey, what about this?" I'm not putting it on the internet. I'm not sharing it with another competitor. For some people do get worried about that, right? So we don't do that kind of thing. As a matter of fact, if somebody were to send me, if anybody sends me anything in and ask me a question, and I talk to the judges about it, I don't even tell them who it is. I don't tell them anything. I'm like, hey, this is what I see. This is what class it's for. And I won't even say Super Street 1 to 2, Super Street. I'll say, hey, he wants to compete in Super Street class, or he wants to compete in stock class, and this is what I see. What do you guys see? Right? Because it doesn't matter to us as judges, and it shouldn't, on what name's behind it. All that matters is this what it's supposed to be or not? And that's what and I think we as DB drag judges are very good at approaching things in that manner. I don't feel a bias from our judges any
I haven't seen it.
Yeah. So, but with that being said, where would somebody follow you or whatever if they want to check out your builds and maybe a YouTube or you have anything like that going on?
No, I kind of keep it to myself.
Okay.
You can catch them in the lanes. That's where you'll
catch
see
me in
them.
the lanes, man.
Catch them in the lanes.
Yeah, just look for Chris Gregory anywhere, and wherever he is, you'll see the Duke. It'll be on his list. Anyway, Jeffrey, you got anything that you need to add, or you got coming up, or what you got going on, sir?
Nothing at the moment. But as soon as I do, I'll let you guys know. You'll be the first ones.
Yep.
Time.
No, so I would expect potentially a Toys for Tots will probably be
correct.
Jeffrey's next event. I'm considering, we'll say, a Toys for Tots out here. I have Nyman's location. Kind of want to do it in honor of him, but I don't want to.
Right?
They do. But at that point, the parents are no longer doing it, so I would have to get with the charities and whatnot, and it's I don't know that I want to do that much. Plus, I'm going to be in Wichita probably the first week in December.
Right?
Yeah, so the first week in December will be my next trip out to Wichita to confirm the cabinetry placements. So, because he wasn't super happy with me. I don't think he was mad at me, but he wasn't super happy with my inspections when I went to my house this last weekend, because I bet you the stuff I saw cost him probably $10,000 to $11,000 to fix.
Wow.
So, but if it would have been done right the first time, wouldn't have to fix it the second time. So, and most people probably wouldn't have caught it, to be honest with you. So, the inspector let it by.
Ah, okay.
The inspector let it by. I didn't. And he did agree that it shouldn't have been that way. So, anyway, Tiffany says, thanks for sharing, Duke.
Yes.
Welcome.
But,
thanks for having me.
Hey, we really appreciate you coming on. It's always cool to have guys come on here that are in the chat, so then the other chat people can see their faces, right? And and talk to them and ask them questions or whatever they want. And we really always appreciate when the chat guys come on here.
For sure.
We have a couple of people set up. I got Will Welcher. He'll be one. He was the Cyclone No Walls world champion and world record holder. So I got him coming on the schedule. We just have to give him a date. Who else was going to be on this week that we're going to try for next week?
I think I was still awaiting confirmation with Donnie Keller.
Donnie Keller,
the base race 30s competitor out of Texas.
Yeah, so let's try and get him on. Or let's start now trying to schedule him for next week. If not, we can do Will Welcher. Okay. We got other people coming up. If any of the people in the chat have somebody that they would like us to reach out and talk to, send us a message or whatever. We'll do our best to get them on here. We always like to have guys I'm gonna get Don Hebig on here again. He's just he actually wants to talk to you guys about box building. He
cool.
thinks you.
That's a good subject.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
what he's doing is he's saying some people are approaching it in the wrong manner, and not that the way he's describing to me what he wants to talk about is even somebody like you, the world champion. There might be a nuance that you're missing that can increase your score too.
Yeah.
So Don has done more testing than most people I know. So, we can have him on. DB Don, he's awesome. Good guy. I've known him since 2001, So I've known Don a long time, him and his wife. And we will, like I said. So we'll keep having guests on. We've been doing this 4 years. Steve Mead. So my daughter just asked about Steve. Oh, dang it, wrong button. My daughter just asked about Steve Mead. I will tell you about Steve. So Steve, I helped him get his YouTube off the ground.
No.
So
Really?
yeah.
Dang.
As a matter of fact, one time he even went on his YouTube and he goes, he gave away a prize if anybody can figure out how he got started or who got him started in YouTube. And
and
I
you're
was
the
the
answer?
answer.
What?
So, no,
Man.
Steve's a good dude,
yeah.
but he doesn't do stuff like this.
Mm.
So,
But you know what? He's got some a new collaboration with DS18 and some new amplifiers. So maybe we can get him to talk about that.
Okay, I will reach out to him. I'll text him when we're done here, and I'll see if he's if he's interested. But let me see. Hold on, wait. Just so you guys know, I'm gonna tell you word for word what he said the last time on Steve Mead.
But I kind of know that of him. I think he's moved like in the woods or something in the forest area.
Yeah, he moved
when you
out
talk about when you talk about seclusion, but I think I saw him in like a couple of videos recently, pushing his product, and I was like, oh, maybe he's wanting to be out there more.
Okay. Let's see here. There he is. Text. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see. Laser Days. My son's doing this. Let's see here. Oh, here's what he said. He said, I had a few people trying to do podcasts with me. I ain't really interested in that stuff, but thanks for the offer. So I will. That response was from 2022. So that was 2 years, almost 3 years ago, because it was February 1st. So I will reach out to him again and see if he's interested. So
yeah, especially to the guy that helped launch his YouTube. So at least he probably owes you that much.
Yeah. Well, no, he doesn't owe me anything. I didn't do it with the intention of getting anything from the guy. But, he's actually a really cool guy. He's very opinionated. Matt R. says, Doug, I haven't seen your eyeball fall out in a demo before.
That's okay. That's for those that don't know. It's a specific video that Steve Mead had did during a demo of his vehicle.
Yeah. So Eric says, do JP. We've had JP on here twice, I think.
So, yeah.
I think it's twice. Yeah, he says he has a new amp with DS18. So, yeah, you know what? I'll reach out to him when we're done with the podcast, and I'll talk with him. But anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching tonight. Thank you to the Duke and
thank you.
My cohort, Mr. Jeffrey Fernandez. Really appreciate you, as always, sir. If you guys enjoy the podcast, please support the sponsors who support the show. E-Box Design, Badass Sounds by Steve Bays, and Stolman Transportation LLC. If you have an opportunity to spend money and purchase something, please purchase it from somebody who supports the things you like, and let them know why you're supporting them is because they support the stuff you like. That helps them show that their revenue, their return on investment is worth it. So there's him with his World Finals trophy. They are awesome trophies, though, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the 6-foot ones behind me, so.
Yep, they are awesome trophies.
They are awesome. Go get you one.
All right, guys. Once again, thank you for tuning in. We will see you guys next week at 5:30 California time, the only time that matters on This Week in Cardio. Peace. We out. Hang on, Dave.